make the strings.
Primer gray. What's up, guys? Part 14 of the Supra series. I don't know. We got to sand on it and do some primer things. I don't know. Maybe we'll get it painted. Maybe we'll get it painted in this video. I don't know. Still haven't decided on a color, but so yeah, I got this fender all sanded up real nice. You can tell that it's really nice because there's no like guide coat on it anymore. Guess I could turn on this light a little bit. See a little bit better. So I need to sand. Basically the only piece of the car that I've sanded is this little back chunk, and that's because I thought the last time I was going to have to primer it a little bit more, but it seemed like everything blocked out really good with that. So in one of the random Supra videos, I think I showed you guys these little, or I'm doing the TRD wing on here. So I'm going to go ahead and get these things. I'm not sure if I need to actually prime them or not. They look like they're in decent condition. So I'm basically just going to sand those. I need to paint this valve cover, or this coil pack cover. That's probably going to be the same color as the car. So yeah, I have a lot of things I need to do. A lot of people were asking if I was going to remove these like little deals here. The little rubber stop deals, and the plan was just to always remove them, but as you can see, they're kind of doing like their thing of their own. So I'm gonna rob them off of this car, but was trying to get these ones off, but they're just like they just won't work. We even used one of those little like hammer deals where you hammer it and it's supposed to bust it loose, but that didn't work. So yeah, this wing is probably gonna go on this car eventually, whenever I figure out what exactly I'm doing with this thing. But yeah, so I'm leaving the hood on this one for a little bit. I need to sand it and get this thing primed. I just finished block sanding this thing, all the guide coat and everything off of it. I need to do that, the side skirts, the rear hatch again, the front bumper, and then the whole car. So I have a lot of sanding I need to do. So I don't know. I guess I might as well get to it. Hopefully you guys enjoy these time lapses. Maybe we'll get it painted. I don't know. That'll probably. I don't know. Stay tuned. Time lapse talk. So anyhow, you can see right here, I got this thing pretty much straightened out. Well, I mean, as straight as it's gonna get. You can see that right there. That's a little low spot. That's like a little pinhole type of deal. Right here, you can see all those little guys. Same thing within here. And yeah, basically this guide coat just really helps you see all that stuff. It's I wish I had somebody here with me right now to like help me film something, because I would like to actually show you a little bit of like how I don't know, just about kind of the whole theory behind sanding this stuff. So maybe I'll do that a little bit tomorrow on this stuff. But yeah, look at that roof. So you can see the roof like looks pretty damn good, but it's got like little random things in it, you know, like the uneven primer, or you know, little not pinhole looking things, but like little bumps. It's almost like it has like eczema or some, like, you know, like bumps on its skin or something. But I don't know. Anyhow, I think I need to I might prime these too, but I need to get working on this hood over here. But I'm just trying to get this whole like body kit situation sanded, and then because I think the car's pretty good. I'm not gonna have to lay any more primer on it, but if I do, you know, since I am gonna be priming the hood tonight, I want to make sure that if I do that, I have, you know, if I need to touch up some primer on the body kit, I can, or if I need to do like a little body work or something on it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just sanding away. it. I'm shutting her down for tonight. The battery died on that thing, and I threw it on the charger. But yeah, there is a little bit of a low spot right there, and a low spot right here. And you can see it's not really doing me any good because this stuff's pretty hard. So that's just going to end up kind of rounding everything off. But yeah, so still need to do a little bit of work on the front bumper, and then I have a few little things to do to this. So I mean, I'm not painting it tomorrow, but I definitely wanted to get this thing in, or the hood in primer tonight, so it could at least sit. But I'll just try to get all that done tomorrow. I'll try to finish up these things, maybe respray a few little areas on the bumper. Probably definitely redo the front bumper, high build prime it, because that's gonna be, definitely want this thing to be nice and pretty. You can see there's a little low spot right there already, and a few like little random chips and stuff down there, like little spots where there's like air bubbles in it. Yeah, I'm gonna be back tomorrow to do it. So what's up, guys? So we're back here another day. I got Ty. Say hi, Ty. Turn around. Turn. Oh, that's Ty. Oh. Yeah. See how it is. Yeah. So anyhow, back here standing on the Supra bumper, but I just figured I'd kind of go through a little bit of the actual sanding process, and kind of show you like this whole like guide coat situation and how it like really shows you things. So if like I was using this block basically for like around the curves and edges and stuff, but on all these like flat pieces, I'm using this 9-inch flat Dur block with a 320 grit sandpaper on it, and yeah, so I'm just going to show you how this all kind of goes. So you can see like instantly that shows us like that's a low, like this whole section essentially is a low spot. And that's, I mean, that's just kind of what you get when you do a fiberglass like bumper like this. I don't know, I don't know, like I could feel that little bit of a dip in there. And I don't know how much, like I could, you know, throw a little skim coat on that and try to get it like 100%, but I don't know. It's just one of those things, like how much of it are you gonna actually see or pay attention to like on the bumper? Just cause like inherently fiberglass stuff kind of does this. So you could get like a lot of stuff out with just by block sanding. You can see this like, since I'm not wet sanding this, you gotta kind of clear the paper out. So it'll take a little bit of it away. Like, and you can see like this whole area right here, like that's a low spot, and like right here's a low spot. But just with a little bit more sanding, I should be able to get a lot of that to kind of go away. And I'm doing kind of a crisscross pattern at like kind of 30-degree angles. So kind of when you get to spots like this, like that's a high spot because we went down into the actual like fiberglass, like the gel coat or whatever that they finish it in. So what you need to be aware of is that the primer sands really easy, but this is really hard to sand. So the primer comes off really easy. So once you kind of get to a spot like this, you could actually like dig this out and get rid of the guide coat. And the goal is not to get rid of the guide coat, it's to like see it and then adjust accordingly. So if you do just want to get rid of the guide coat and leave that ripple there, you can. If you just want to take out, like, let's say this orange peel right here, or like this little thing like that, like that's just a little divot. If like that was your goal, just to get a really smooth panel, then you could just dig out this guide coat, you know, like that, and then just leave it with that little bit of wave, and then just kind of take care of, like, let's say your sand scratches by just blocking it out, and like your orange peel and the primer, like you can see like little sand scratches right here. And like this right here is the section where I did this is the section where I deleted those corner markers so you could see my body work. So you could see the scratches in the actual primer. And so basically you just kind of block those all out so that it's nice and pretty. Seeing we're not going through or getting any like of those high spots. So you basically just keep going. You basically just keep going until you kind of get rid of the guide coat. You're not making any high spots or any low spots or anything like that. So see, I'm getting a little bit of a piece right there, but like 99% of that whole deal, all them little body filler scratches are gone. So that's kind of, that's why I'm really letting this primer sit in, is because if you ever see something that's just kind of like a wham bam paint job, you'll see a lot of like shrink back on your body filler and where you did your body work, because, you know, like let's say that the body filler doesn't technically like 100% shrink up for 30 days or whatever, or 15 days. So you do your filler, you do your primer, you let it sit for a day, you paint it, you cut and buff it, and then send it out the door, and it's all within like a week. And then 2 months down the line, when all that solvent and everything evaporated, it all shrinks back, and then you get like these nice, not nice, but like you could tell exactly where you did your body work. So yeah, that's the reason why like my drift car got painted in 3 days, and the Supra's getting painted in essentially like, was it like 6 months or something like that? No, more than 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. I'm having a baby in house and all, you know, other things like that. But anyhow, I don't know. That's why I'm taking my time with this thing, 'cause I don't want none of that stuff. I mean, I'm probably making it too nice to where I'm not gonna want to drive it, because I know how much like effort is in it. So I'm just gonna be like, it'd be one thing if I was like a baller and I had a whole bunch of money and I just like threw money at it, I'd be like, ah, whatever. But like I've spent like actual time invested in this thing. But yeah, that's just the difference between, you know, like a $3,000 paint job and like a $10,000 paint job. Like I would consider this to be on the, you know, 6 to 10 range. If you were gonna actually have somebody do it, maybe even more. Like if this was like in LA or California, this would probably be like a $20,000 paint job or more. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when we're done with it. All right, so on the back of the drift car, this is a good example. So I did a lot of body filler or body work back here on the back quarter. Obviously, this was the side that I hit the wall with. If you guys haven't seen that video, check it out right here. But yeah, so see right here, this was the only piece that I like cut and buffed, and this whole car was body worked and painted within a week. You see, kind of going. See them little, like the little orange peel, as well as you could see the sand scratches. You could see like the little crisscrosses in it from when I was actually doing the body work. And so, I mean, that turns up. I mean, it just happens, you know, especially when you're doing stuff. The roof has it too. You might be able to see it. Yeah, you could see a couple little scratches in there. But, I don't know. It's just one of those things. A lot of people, like, I would say 97% of people that walk by your car are never going to notice it, but then there's that 3% that actually know what they're doing or know what they're looking for, and like they'll just see it and they're like, I've kind of ruined myself to kind of turn myself into a perfectionist, to where I'm like, I don't want that. Like, I don't want that 3% looking at it and being like, oh, I seen that. You know. I don't know. I'm going to get back to sanding. So one of the things you guys need to know about bodywork and painting is that it always takes longer than you're going to expect it. And if it doesn't, it's going to turn out like poo. Maybe. I don't know. Anyhow, I decided to go ahead and fill in this little bit of a low spot. I just took that icing and kind of put a little bit of it in there. All these little random spots especially like down here. These were all little pinholes. Same thing right there, so you could really see right there just exactly how much all them little pinholes were. Kind of same thing right here. Keep going. I filled in this little because there was a low spot there. There's two little ripply low spot things right there. Yeah, I mean it's actually pretty decent for like a replica kit, like the Riddox or the original kit. This is like really expensive, and then this kit, this is the Shine Auto, like, you know, Riddox, like whatever, you know, name they have it that's different. It's actually pretty nice. So it flexes quite a bit, so it's a little bit thinner, but I mean, you could see like twisting the side skirt. It's pretty flexy. But yeah, I mean, it's actually pretty decent for, you know, I mean, it's not really cheap. It was like $1,300 for, you know, the bumpers and the side skirts and then the little rear spat deals. But yeah, so I messed up when I was picking it up, and I picked it up like right here or something. I don't know. I did something bad with it, and it basically flexed it, and it cracked this right here. So I just kind of V'd that out with this little file, or the little, it's like a band file or whatever, band sander. But yeah, there's a little thing I need to do right here, kind of touch up on that. And then if you come down the edge, it's not really bad on this one. Okay, see right there? Those actually aren't pinholes. That's a pinhole right there. That's like that's a high spot. Maybe these are high spots. Yeah, those are little high spots. That's a tiny little pinhole here. This other skirt has a lot of little ones like right here. You can see that one actually has like a lot of those damn pinholes. So I'm just gonna mix up a little bit of that icing. This stuff over here, this magical stuff. So this goes on like super like thin, so it really flows out and flows into those little pinholes. And it actually has a hardener with it. So a lot of guys, they'll use, it's like this lacquer stuff. It comes in like a little tube, like a little Bondo. They sell it at Walmart, and it's like red. And I mean, that stuff sounds like butter, but it's like a lacquer filler, and you don't put any hardener in it, and it's 4 pinholes. And kind of like the whole like shrinking thing, like the lacquer, like if anything shrinks, lacquer shrinks like crazy. So that's why if you're ever doing body work, make sure that it has hardener in it so it actually fully cures. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill in this. I'm gonna use a little bit of fiberglass back on here. The goal tonight is to get the front bumper primered again, the side skirts primered again, and this hood primered. But I don't know, it's already like 3 in the morning, and I don't know, I got, you know, go home and not deal with the baby, but take care of the baby, because she wakes up and feeds around, you know, usually around 3 or 4. Jamie just fed her, but I don't know, I got too much stuff to do. But well, that completes another night. I already sanded this once since I did the filler on it. There was another little low spot on it. Same thing with this side, a little bit of low on that. This one blocked out really nice, so that one's real smooth. Filled in all the little pinhole deals. Over here, right here, there was a little lip, kind of weird thing because I refiberglassed it. And then this is that piece that I broke. I basically used some fiberglass, like it's like a Duraglass or whatever type of stuff, and kind of V'd it out, filled it up, block sanded it with 80, and then filled it right here, so that should be good. Yeah, I'm going home again for the night. It's absolutely crazy. Like I spent, I don't know, it was like 3 hours pretty much just on this front bumper. Almost, yeah, I don't know, pretty much 3 hours exactly, just sanding and doing little dumb shit to it, and it's still not there yet. So it's I wish I would have spent a little bit more time and actually like primered and got the body kit good a long time ago versus doing it right now, kind of in this like final push to get her painted real quick. But I don't know, come back tomorrow. Alright, so it's tomorrow again. I think this is like day 3 or whatever, just like sanding random I think it's day 2. It's probably day 2. Sanding random pieces, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of guide coat on those little low spots, and go ahead and put a little bit of guide coat on all these little random pieces here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get these things sanded and then primered again so they can kind of sit for the weekend. There is a drift event this it's on Sunday, and it's at Pikes Peak International Raceway. It is Drift Colorado Round 3. So today's actually Friday morning when I'm down here at the shop doing this. So the plan is to go ahead and get these things just kind of quickly primed. I'm not going to sand anything on the car tonight. I really wanted to get these things primered last night in the hood, but I mean, like I said, it all takes a little bit longer. The AC this afternoon went out at my house, like the central air or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what happened with that. I mean, the guy he used to like leave it on like 80 during the day, but now that, you know, Jamie's there during the day with the baby, we have it, you know, turned down to like 73, 72, and I don't know if it like froze the lines or froze the core in it, or I don't know. Anyhow, AC went out. I woke up way early this morning, only got a couple hours of sleep because of it was getting internet installed at the house, and then stayed up. You know, I'm tired. I just need to get these things primered real quick, and hopefully go home at a decent time, and then get this little video uploaded for you guys, which hopefully you guys enjoyed this, because it's hopefully getting towards the end. I don't know. See if we get something primered first. So I got the little hood sprayer deals off of this thing, the little under mat. I got the bumper. There's another little low spot on it on both of those sides, so I did a little bit more filler on those, just a little bit of icing. Decided to go ahead and primer this thing at the same time. There's a few little spots up here I'm gonna sand real quick, and then put a little bit of that icing on, and then see this like ugly random looking thing on the front right there. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off with the grinder, and then sand it, and then maybe fill it if I go a little bit too low, but I'm gonna make this valve cover look nice and pretty. Kind of like this little Harbor Freight paint shaker, but anyhow, I'm getting ready to load up my paint gun with this high build primer. Got it all kind of final sanded again in it's between like 150 and 180 grit. All them little like pinholes and stuff that were right there, you could see they all kind of filled themselves in pretty well. This hood has not really, I mean, the car only had like 31,000 miles on it, so it wasn't, you know, too damaged or anything. There wasn't really any like rock chips. There's a few little minor things, but I'll be able to, as soon as I get it primed, I'll be able to pull those out, you know, with the high build primer. But yeah, so ready to spray. Poor thing with its stolen hood. Yeah, got all the stuff primed. This thing looks really, really good, the front bumper. I pretty much spent all last night sanding on that thing. Hood looks like it's pretty good. There's a few random scratches that I seen, and I think that was just actually from people just setting stuff on there. Probably won't be able to see it because it's primer gray. But yeah, I almost think now, almost officially, everything that's actually going on the car is primer gray, other than the mirrors. I still haven't decided. If you guys have me on Instagram, I posted like a little question the other day, and I was like, you know, Gandor mirrors versus the stock mirrors. So yeah, I'm not sure. I was thinking about just painting both sets. Like I said, I'm going to be going with the TRD wing. Kind of just set this hatch up here just to get it out of the way. Yeah, TRD wing, all that stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry this wasn't like a super exciting, crazy video. Hopefully you learned a little bit on like the whole like theory of like the block sanding with the guide coat. Yeah, I don't know. There's at least 12 to 16 hours of actual work in this video, so hopefully you guys appreciate it. Also, like I said, this weekend, it's Sunday the 23rd, is the Drift Colorado Point Series Round 3 at PPAIR. I'll be sure to put the link in the description. If you're in Colorado, be sure to come check it out, say what up. Don't know how many ride-alongs I'll be able to actually give, but be sure to come say hi. Yeah, I'll catch you Monday.